The sea covers over 2/3 of the planet's surface. Yet we know more about space and the universe than we do about our own oceans. Between the states of Connecticut and New York is the Long Island Sound, a naturally protected channel into New York City used for over hundreds of years. The Sound's rich maritime history has played a significant role in the growth of our country. Join us as we explore its unsung residents and its forgotten history. Hello there, everybody. This is Captain Dennis with Squalus Marine Divers, squalusmarine.com. We're heading off to Norwalk, or in the vicinity. We came across a unique anomaly on a particular map that isn't necessarily a chart. And we were able to kind of cross-reference some stuff on some of the charts that we had, and we were able to find it. So this isn't on my Lowrance or Simrad units. So we went down to check it out, and there was something pretty big on the sonar, but it was kind of lumpy today, so the sonar imagery isn't super stellar because we have a transom mount transducer. But here we are. We are heading down to the wreck. A little bit of particulate, but that's pretty much par for the course in this neck of the woods. And here's the bottom. I'm going to check the chain real quick. Make sure the anchor's in there good. We're just going to put this in a little tighter. There we go. Just push her down. So off to the north of the anchor, we start to get into some wreckage. Now you see, here's a piece of wreckage in the middle, and then off to the left and the right, you see this kind of soft mud. But keep an eye on that mud. As we're moving, well, a little bit of silt there, moving a little bit forward, starting to see all these little clamshells and stuff. That's indicative of we're getting closer and closer to the main wreckage. This is all stuff that gets caught in the water column and then hits the wreck and just kind of starts to coalesce. And it always lets you know you're close by to something pretty big, so some interesting pieces. Okay, this looks expensive, or it might have been expensive. This is the first time I've been down here, so we don't know what we're getting into, but it definitely looks like it's a wood hull. Still moving north. Some fish down here. So, oh, there we are. There's a boiler. We found a boiler. It's a steamship. When you see one of these, it's a pretty good guess it's a steamship. But some of these are small, and they could be used to power winches and things like that. This is interesting. This is a sphere of lead. So either it's cannonball, or it's downrigger weight, or it's just a very heavy weight that the fishermen use to get down here. But we didn't really see anything other than lead, so I don't know how they attach it. Here we have an anchor, a shankless anchor. So either it's been down here a while or somebody dropped it. But we're going to go up the northeastern side of the boiler, and it's still on stanchions. Or oh, look, another grappling hook. I've got one of these. I don't really feel like messing with it today because the video is job 1. So we're going to film, and then, oh, this is interesting too, a little fishy, but I'm more interested in the cylinder behind him. Don't know what this is. Perhaps it's a, I don't know, a barrel. but it looks like it's rotting away. Now, this boiler comes up pretty high. Here's a piece of, looks like brass piping. Here we are on the, I think the aft side of the boiler, because this looks like where they would have fed in the coal. Looks like you got doors and stuff on this side. Hold on a second. Yeah, it looks like there's some wreckage, and it looked like that was the door, maybe. I'm not sure, but you can see there's still some structure to it. So we're coming up here, and off to the left you can see all these little tube holes. And then in here, there's 3 big blackfish. Pretty big. About the size of small dogs. 2 of them left, but this guy's hanging around with us. Tautog or blackfish, whatever you want to call him, but he's a pretty decent sized one. So now we're up over the top. There's this strange, I guess you could say, I don't know, maybe the funnel went in there. Who knows? Here's some at the top of the boiler. Shiny green piping. Some rope caught in there. But a lot of relief on this boiler. Comes up pretty high. Now we're going to head back down to the bottom and continue exploring. Iron up here. That's what it looks like, iron or steel. That bright orange color is what happens to iron or steel when it gets exposed to salt water over a length of time. We're descending the same way we came up. This is where those blackfish were hiding out. It's kind of a little alcove for them to hide out in. So back to where we started. Now we're going to continue to move. I think it's west. What I think is aft. Just kind of trying to guess off of the position of the boiler. We'll call it aft for today. Now this is a strange piece of wood. It had a rectangle carved out of it. Perfect rectangle. Just trying to clear away some of the stuff in the water. You can get a better look at it. And then as we move a little bit down, we can see another rectangle, and there's a little oyster toadfish hanging out inside this one. And some netting and some hooks and some stuff, but yeah. You can't really make him out, but he's in there. That thing right there kind of looks like an angry tadpole. Oyster toadfish, folks. So I'm going to grab my reel and keep it on. So now we're aft of the boiler. Some more wreckage. Some more wood. There's some green right there. Some more copper or brass. And we come around here and we find some more. Oh, look at that. It's a gate valve with that little handle on it. Pretty cool stuff. So it was definitely a steamship. So now we're around one end of the ship. I'm assuming it's aft. And you can see there's still some wood from the original ship that has seen better days. Come around here. This could have been one of the bulkheads that kind of fell over on its side, and here we have those shells again that kind of coalesce. So this looks like, I don't know, those could be stringers. I'm not sure. Stringers or ribs, whatever you want to call them. Looking at this more and more, it looks like the bulkhead is kind of split open and laying down flush with the bottom. Here's underneath it. You can see there's some fishing weights down here. So somebody knows about this spot. Little blackfish. You want them blackfish. Here's some more copper or brass piping. Now we're on the opposite side of the boiler. Moving back in the opposite direction. Kind of... Oh, some brick down there. Looking at the northern side of the boiler. Lots and lots of piping down here. See, there's a flange on the end of this pipe. That continues on off this way. Breaks off into another direction. Here I saw something, so I went to go grab it, and it's a looks like a 12-pound mushroom anchor that somebody dropped from the surface, but that's wedged in there so good it's not budging. We're not getting that out, folks. Now we're on the opposite side of the boiler, and we're heading south. Take my word for it. Here we are looking underneath the bottom of the boiler. Some strange piece of brass. Just kind of put that back where we found it. And here's some more interesting shapes for us all to ponder. What could this be? But pretty interesting for our first glimpse at the Norwalk steamer. So we're gonna take a final look at this cylinder thingy. So if you have any ideas, feel free to contact us. And we're gonna head on back to the anchor. We hope you enjoyed today's dive on the Norwalk steamer as much as we did filming it. We're gonna do one more dive on this. We have a little bit of gas, enough to do at least one more dive. So we'll be releasing that one soon. We spent a good 44 minutes down here. And the max depth was about 53. So we look forward to seeing you again next time at squalusmarine.com. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos coming your way. And until next time, I'm Captain Dennis.